This is Devin with the Cage Rage Podcast, and this is a new segment that I'm going to be doing once a week called the Prospect of the Week. And what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be profiling a fighter that isn't very well known right now, but that I believe will be well known in the future. And it's going to be somebody that is fighting on an upcoming card. Most likely will be fighting on the card that's coming up on the weekend to come. And it's somebody that I believe is going to be a contender in their division that I want you to know about in advance so that you can follow their rise to the top and so that you can get to know this name so when they are at the top you're familiar with them. And this weekend is UFC on ESPN Plus 3. This fight is taking place in the Czech Republic. The main card should start at 2 p.m. in the United States on ESPN Plus. It is headlined by a light heavyweight contender bout between Jan Blachowicz versus Thiago Santos. And my prospect of the week was an easy one for me. I'm going with Petr No Mercy Yan, who is taking on John Dodson in a bantamweight bout that should be probably the first bout of the evening on the main card. And Petr Yan, from what I've seen in his 3 UFC fights that he's won, which he's won all 3 of them, he's a very gritty fighter, pushes a very good pace, moves forward. All of his fights have been very exciting. He's got great boxing, good defensive wrestling, can take a shot, and all 3 of his fights I remember stood out to me, and I remember thinking that he's going to be a contender. So he was an easy pick for me as soon as I seen him on the card. As you see there, they are the fifth fight down. He's 3-0 inside the octagon right now. 2 finishes, 1 decision win. Going against John Dodson is going to be a big step up in competition for him. Dodson's 34 years old now and has been kind of on a loss-win type of streak, but it's been against guys like Jimmy Rivera, Pedro Munoz, Marlon Moraes, Eddie Wineland, John Lineker. He fought Mighty Mouse Johnson twice for the Flyweight belt down at 125 pounds, and he's actually got a knockout win over current bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw. This was back in 2011. They were on the same season of The Ultimate Fighter together, and they met up in the finale, and he finished Dillashaw in the first round. But he's always been a solid fighter. We don't know too much about Petr Yan, but Wikipedia shares a little bit of light on him. It says that Petr Yan is a Russian professional mixed martial artist in the bantamweight division of the Ultimate Fighting Championships. Yan formerly fought in Absolute Championship Berkut, where he became the bantamweight champion and defended his belt before signing an offer with the Ultimate Fighting Championships. As of February 19, 2019, he is ranked number 14 in the official UFC bantamweight rankings. He is 26 years old. He's fighting out of Omsk, Russia. His nickname is No Mercy. He is a bantamweight. His style is defined as boxing and wrestling. He is affiliated with Tiger Muay Thai. He's a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a master of sport in boxing and a master of sport in mixed martial arts. He's got an overall mixed martial arts record of 11-1, and he's 3-0 in the UFC. Wikipedia shares a little bit more light on his early life, where it says in the 6th grade, Yan began training in Taekwondo and often fought in the streets and at the school in his area. So his family often moved to try and prevent this. So he's been training in martial arts from a young age, and he clearly has a knack for getting in fights so bad that his parents wanted to move to switch him schools because he kept getting in fights. Jan's older brother trained in boxing in the city of Dunica, and Peter wanted to learn how to box too. But his elder brother initially refused to take Petr along with him. Thus, Petr decided to sneak and follow his brother to learn the sport of boxing. From then on, Petr went on to train in boxing for 8 years and achieved the rank of Master of Sport in Boxing in the 64-kilogram weight category. Petr Yan also graduated from the Siberian Federal University in the city of Omsk with a degree in physical culture and sport. When we look at these rankings, you got TJ Dillashaw up at the top that I just mentioned that 8 years ago John Dodson actually has a win over, and Dodson's also fought the number 1 contender right now in Marlon Moraes. He also fought Jimmy Rivera also. Dodson right now is ranked number 9, so this is a big step up in competition. But they actually do have Petr Yan ranked, which tells me that they are very impressed with him. They believe he could be a contender, and now they're giving him a top 10 fight. So if he wins this fight, he's probably going to springboard into the top 10 of the division. And that's very big for him because that opens up a wide range of potential matchups for him afterwards. So my prospect of the week this week is Petr Yan. Keep an eye on him. Remember that name. I have him winning this fight. Dodson's been a solid competitor for many years, but I'm very high on Petr Yan. I think Petr Yan's going to press forward, and I think he'll get the W.